um, TV land, social media and what have you. Welcome to our, of course, weekly broadcast and or telecast. Indeed, in studio with me today, as promised, is J. Christian Wah of, I believe, the state of New Jersey.
That is correct.
Okay. And Mr. Wah, of course, will be touching on an array of issues to include national politics. Of course, we bring you directly information from the Republic of Liberia. It's a small West African nation that is situated along the Mana River belt. Mana River is a 3 or 4 nation pact that is within the sub-region of West Africa. Liberia happens to be one of 4 nations out there within that sub-region. Well, Liberia itself falls within the West African belt, so we do have a larger organization known as ECOWAS. And today we are going to be talking about the Republic of Liberia. Thanks for joining me, Mr. Wah. By way of information, just give us a little synopsis as to who you are. Thank you so much.
Good evening, my fellow Liberians and listeners throughout the world. My name is James Christian Wah Sr. I am a Liberian. I am residing in the United States of America, and I am happy to be here to discuss important issues affecting our country. Thank you very much for having me here today.
All right, Mr. Wah, just before we start the program, I will go on a commercial break and bring some of our own traditional music, and then we'll come back and go directly into the program. But meanwhile, I will try to distribute the telecast so that others can see it and join us. This will be an interactive program because we'll have people phoning in, calling in, even probably joining us via video where possible. But they will be given just a short time to ask their question. This will not be one of those where you will take on the studio guest. The studio guest has the utmost autonomy to have his way in the studio, but just that anything and everything he says does not come against the station, but they are his own opinion. So let us go to my presentation room and give you some music. I like our traditional music, so I'll be bringing music today from Nimba County. As time goes by, we might switch to either Lofa, Bassa, or anywhere, but it would strictly be our Liberian music. Thank you so much, Mr. Wah.
Thank you.
Good.
Representative Papa, Cassette to work, Catogan over. Representative Papa, Cassette to work, Catogan over. Jeremiah Kumbo, Sandokwe, Padoko, the Pavilion, Sanko Gaboe, Sandokwe, Padoko, the Pavilion, Samuel Wolo, Sandokwe, Padoko, the Pavilion, what you do now, Sandokwe, Padoko, the Pavilion, Larry Yonko, Sandokwe, Padoko, the Pavilion, on a routine man, Sandokwe, Padoko, the Pavilion, Rachel Toyo.
Of course, we're back. That was an interlude of Liberian music and traditional music from Nimba County, one of 15 political subdivisions within Liberia, the Republic of Liberia. And Nimba County, if I'm not mistaken, is situated on the north part of the country. It's one of probably the second largest county in terms of population, and I'm not sure whether Montserrat itself is as big as Nimba County. But welcome to our microphone. Welcome to our studio guest, Mr. James Christian Wah. And tonight we're going to be talking an array of political issues, including the re-election of Darius Dillon and his likes, people who are more progressive, are more akin to seeing great progress made within our legislative system, as opposed to a rubber stamp legislative system that we had prior to his entry into that body. Mr. Wah, good evening. Good evening again. Thanks for being there.
Good evening, sir. Glad to be here.
I want to admonish you that you're live, and our people responding to our invitation to join us in this all-important discussion. Of course, this is the Colonel Edmund Remy Gray Show, and here we actually look at issues that affect the Republic of Liberia. We are non-partisan, so to speak, and anybody and all of us can come on this program and be treated fairly. Mr. Wah, before we proceed to your own personal observation of our political process, are you satisfied so far with the arrangement of the corps of officers, the individual, the president, his team, the legislature, judiciary, and all of these government officials that are representing us? Can you say we have one of the best teams in the last decade?
Well, I am sorry to disagree with you. I do not believe that the three branches of government have been serving our people correctly, and it is incumbent upon us to speak to these issues and to educate about the intricacies of the functionalities of all three branches of government. And I am dissatisfied with promises thus far.
Okay. Of course, to be satisfied and dissatisfied, it's a matter of choice, individual choice. We all are entitled to doing that. You can like this and hit that, and vice versa. Nobody can actually take you to task for that. But let me ask you this: what are some of the reasons that you can say you're not satisfied with the current system?
First of all, we need transparency. The CDC administration campaigned for 12 years to come into power and implement some of the failed policies of the previous period. We see the CDC is now in power, and they have done absolutely nothing whatsoever that was promised. For example, the officials have not declared the assets in the appropriate way. Some of the assets, especially by the president, is concealed. All of the members of the cabinet just outright refuse to declare their assets. The wishes of the Liberian people are not being met. There's total disregard for Liberian people. The war crimes court, there's nothing being done about that. The TRC report has not been implemented. And we see corruption and embezzlement at all levels. There was 16 billion Liberian dollars missing. Nothing was done about that. There was 25 billion that should have been infused into the economy. Nothing was done about that. Even the reports from the Liberian own government stated that the Minister of Finance and other senior officials made incorrect statements about how the funds were appropriated. You have businesses coming out to dispute that. And now we're looking at corruption at all levels. Openly, we're looking at the appointment of unqualified individuals. We're looking at the appointment of only agents. And there's no due diligence from the executive. There's no leadership from the executive. And because of that, the economy is suffering. Our people are suffering. Our young people are suffering. There are no jobs. There are no quality education. There's no medical facilities. And this is unacceptable. We need to do something differently so that the lives of our people can be uplifted. Thank you.
Well, one would say these were all issues that have loomed over our country for the last 173 years. More so in the last 40 years since the Second Republic came into being, from the 1980s coming up to where we find ourselves today. So these are inherited problem. What would you say about that if somebody were to make the defense that, hey, this is not something that I brought in, this is something I'm trying to do to take to the next level to improve the lives of our people. Why blame me? What would you say about that?
This is a fair point. While we understand that most of these problems were inherited, you still have to put in place the initial stages, the initialization of change in a positive direction. There's no blueprint, there's no sense of direction, everything is chaotic, and everything is just acceptable by this administration. This is the important point. We are not saying that this administration should solve all of the problems. But having campaigned on having the platform and the vision and the idea, you cannot come in here and hire incompetent, unqualified people just to be partisans and do not even have any vision, cannot even explain to our people what are the steps, what are the principles, how are you going to move them forward? We see absolutely nothing. And this country is just going into the abyss, and we cannot allow that. We cannot allow the same old methodology, mediocrity to reign. We are not going to move forward. Look at, we're in the 21st century. Other countries are well developed. In our generation, we must do something to disturb the status quo. And so this is the reason why this administration is held responsible for not initiating some of the development and future of our country.
Well, let's table the issue of the legislature for now. Let's go within the executive itself. That is the president's own personal team that he has appointed to help him run this big task that he has at hand. Who are some of the players within the executive? Say it could be cabinet appointees, directors, and so on and so forth, who you think